In this video, I'm reviewing another bag from Tom Bihn, the excellent Parental Unit messenger style bag. So the Parental Unit is actually designed to carry diapers. It's meant for like parents with young kids to carry diapers or nappies, towels, changes of the clothes, all that kind of stuff. But as soon as I saw it online, I thought it would make a really good lightweight camera bag. And then also kind of just a messenger bag that can do everything. For me, it's my personal item on the plane. It carries my laptop if I'm going to work in coffee shops. It's a great beach bag if I just want to throw a towel and maybe a dive mask in there. It's made from Halcyon 400 material, which is very similar to Dyneema, which I have a lot of experience with ultralight backpacking packs. And I really enjoy the material. They do make it in like a heavier duty nylon material that looks really nice too. With all Tom Bihn products, they usually make everything in at least 5 or 6 colours and like 2 different materials. The bag is listed as holding a capacity of 13.5 litres. It is pretty roomy, but it does kind of force you to think about like what you're carrying on a daily basis. It's sold on the Tom Bihn website for $145 regardless of the material that you choose. So yeah, the exterior of the bag is made of the 400 denier Halcyon, and the interior is made of the same material, but it's 200 denier, which is just a little bit thinner. Of course, it is just a messenger bag, so it's a pretty simple design. It has like the shoulder strap, it has one main compartment, and it has matching compartments on the front and the back. The bag is like pretty much symmetrical. I consider this the front of the bag because it has the Tom Bihn logo on. It has this one pocket here and one smaller pocket on the front, and then the back of the bag is exactly the same layout. Also, it has like dual zippers on the main compartment, so really this bag is completely ambidextrous. Whether you're left or right-handed, you want to carry the bag on your left or your right shoulder, it's pretty much identical. I just consider this the back of the bag because it has this clip here, and this is the front of the bag to me. The reason I do that is because I know that, okay, so this is the front of the bag, and now I know where everything is. On the inside of the bag, I know I've got my external battery, headphones and charging stuff right here, for example. Okay, so of course, with any kind of bag like this, the shoulder strap is really important. This shoulder strap is the generic shoulder strap that comes with most of the Tom Bihn bags. I do quite like it. There's some certain things I would change. It does have this kind of padded and grippy pad here, but what I find happens is whenever I'm picking the bag up or putting it back on, this moves around. And so I'm constantly adjusting it and playing with it, and it ends up not being where I want it to be, and then this plastic adjustment buckle digs into my shoulder. And honestly, I just kind of find it gets uncomfortable over time. I have a habit of overpacking every bag that I use, and so when I'm carrying like my heavy laptop in here, maybe a bottle of water and a bunch of other stuff, it does get quite uncomfortable carrying stuff on one shoulder. I do own the Tom Bihn Absolute shoulder strap, but honestly I think that would just be too heavy and kind of overkill on a bag like this. It's not perfect, but it does the job. One thing I do really like about it is the fact that the shoulder strap is removable, so when I don't need the carrying capacity of the Parental Unit, I can use my packing cube shoulder bag, which is really nice. It's like a smaller version of this, so great that that's removable. Alright, so the main compartment of the bag is accessed through dual zippers, so you can access it from either direction. I've never had these zippers stick at all. They seem like really high quality YKK zippers, as you would expect. The main compartment opens up pretty large. What you're usually going to find inside my bag is my laptop, which is a 15-inch laptop, so it's pretty big, it fits quite well. And then maybe a rain jacket, my book. I carry a small first aid kit with me most of the time, and the contents of the bag changes depending on what I'm doing that day. It's basically one large compartment, and then inside is a divider that you zipper closed. So you zipper that closed, and then what that does, it divides the bag into 2 sections. So this is obviously great if you are using it as a diaper bag. You can maybe have like clean stuff on one side and dirty diapers on the other, or you can, it basically just gives you one more way of organising the bag. And then you can also see that There's 2 pockets on the walls of the bag. I really like those. They kind of sit flat if you don't put anything in there. But for me, I usually keep a first aid kit in one, and my Kindle when I'm traveling, and then also my security kind of like passport wallet goes in this one, so it's stashed and out of the way. But yeah, when I never normally close this zipper up. It's a really nice feature, but I never use it. I prefer to keep it nice and open, so that way I can put my mirrorless camera in with a couple of lenses, maybe a rain jacket and some snacks. So it's a really simple but well thought out main pocket. The only other stuff on the inside of the bag is the Tom Bihn O-rings, which are really popular for clipping gear in and out on. And then it does have these 2 handles, which is like a fairly recent addition I know they've made. This is quite useful if you've got the bag open and you're kind of working from it, but you need to move it on your desk, or you just want to carry it by hand. These grab handles are pretty cool, and you can also just kind of zipper it part of the way closed, so you can't access anything, but you can still use these handles to carry it around, kind of like briefcase style. Because the parental unit doesn't have any padding, I use this Tenber, it's called the Tenber BYOB 9, which stands for Bring Your Own Bag, and it's basically like, it's kind of like a packing cube but padded. And I can basically get my mirrorless camera in here with the 24-70 lens attached. I can also get one small lens in here, and there's still plenty of room in the rest of the bag to store extra lenses. And so I'm not going to show you both sides of the bag because they're completely identical, but I'll just show you the layout of this side for now. On the front of the bag right here is one small compartment with just a single way zipper. I would say that's probably about 7 inches deep. You can see how far my hand goes in there. It's not big enough for a water bottle, but for example, I carry sunglasses because they're on the outside of my bag and easy to access. The only other thing on side the bag is again another O-ring, which is quite useful. Then my favourite part of the bag is this large zippered compartment here. So again, it's open with 2 zippers from either direction, and then when you open this, it kind of almost concertinas out and it sort of sits open as you use the bag. There's 2 dividers, so basically what that means is there's 3 separate compartments with these dividing walls that kind of move around. So if you stuff this one compartment really full, you lose a little bit of space on this side, but it's a good system in my opinion, because that way I can organise all my gear. Like I said, I know that my external battery pack and my charging cables are on this side. All the sort of small stuff that I might want access to throughout the day, like my headlamp, my wallet, like coin purses, all on this side. And then on here I have a platypus collapsible water bottle. Something worth noting is that these external pockets can hold a smaller water bottle. They won't hold a full-size Nalgene, but for example, the Berkey Sport water filter bottle that I'm carrying with me on my travels now fits in there perfectly. You kind of have to like wrangle it in there a little bit, but it does fit, so that's really nice. And then on the inside, of course, there's more O-rings. I actually really like the O-rings on this one because what I use this for is for small change. So any coins go in here and they get stashed, and then this one I use to attach the hotel keys to. That way I can't lose them if I'm out and I'm kind of rummaging through this pocket. The hotel keys is normally always attached here and I just tuck back in. I love this pocket. The one thing I would change about this bag though, it's going to be really hard to show you properly, but these dividing walls, there's about an inch gap at the bottom, about this much gap. So sometimes smaller objects, maybe like a chapstick, or if I've got any loose change, if I put it in this compartment and then go to look for it a couple of hours later, it could have moved and gone either way, which is a little bit frustrating. I'm not entirely sure why it's designed like that, but not a big deal, but just something I would change if I could. Something I do really like about the Tom Bihn bags is that they use a contrasting lining material for all the bags. So this is like a really bright purple, which means it's easy for me to find stuff inside my bag. If it was the same black material on the inside, it would make things a little bit more difficult to see. So I really like that, and there are different colours as well. I think there's like a green and a red and a bunch of other options for you. Yeah, the only difference really between the front and the back, like I said, is there's the logo on the front, and then the back here has this clip. I guess this is nice if you want to clip a water bottle clip a water bottle on here, and then you can tuck it in this pocket. So a few things that I really love about this bag. I love the addition of the O-rings. It's not really something I'd used a lot on previous Tom Bihn bags, but with this one I really like it, just to help keep things organised. It seems like a small detail, and it is, but that's where Tom Bihn really excels, is in the small details. Another thing I love about this bag is the material. I was originally going to choose the nylon version because I kind of think it looks nicer, but I decided to go with the halcyon because it weighs less. The bag in this configuration only weighs 433 grams, so it's a pretty lightweight bag. And I know that this material is extremely tough because it's very similar to Dyneema I'd used on previous bags. And I love the way that it conforms to whatever is in the bag. It makes it very easy to slide underneath a seat in an aeroplane and to pack inside any other bags that I'm using. So I love the material. The other thing I really like about it is just how easy it is to access everything. That's one of my favourite things about messenger bags in general, is the ability to slide it around from the back of my body to the front. If, for example, I want to get access to my camera, or I'm in an area where there's a lot of people and I'm worried about pickpockets, I can slide the bag round in front of me and have it like right where I need it. And just the design of the bag is excellent. That main zipper, the way it opens out like that in this kind of C pattern, and then you open it out and you can just see into and access everything really, really easily. Some things I would change about the bag is, I already mentioned the dividing walls in this pocket not going all the way to the bottom. I would have those sewn all the way to the bottom just so stuff can't migrate. The only other criticism I kind of have of the bag, and it isn't a criticism as such, it's just the fact that this bag isn't designed to do what I'm doing with it. This is designed to hold like bottles and pacifiers and towels and stuff like that, whereas I'm using it primarily as a camera bag or a laptop bag. What I would really like is if this bag had some more padding, especially on the bottom, so when I'm picking up and putting down my laptop, I'm not worried about damaging it. But really, like I said, that isn't a problem with this bag. What I would love to see from Tom Bihn is some dedicated camera bags. I know a lot of people are asking for those, and that's something I would really love to see in the future. Going forward, I'm actually going to be switching out this bag for a Tom Bihn Synapse 25. The main reason being is that I just need a little bit more carrying capacity. I'm traveling hand luggage only right now, so what I end up doing is using this as my personal item and trying to cram too much stuff in there. So I'm having a laptop, I can almost fit my camera in here at the same time. What I really needed is a bag with a little bit more carrying capacity and also just 2 shoulder straps, because when this bag's really loaded down and you carry it on one shoulder, it gets a little bit uncomfortable. So if you're looking for an excellent diaper bag or a really versatile messenger style bag, I would definitely check out the Parental Unit. Also check out my website, Pieonthetrail.com, it's listed below. I've got a full written review of the Parental Unit there as well, which goes into a little bit more detail. And of course, check out all of Tom Bihn's products at tombihn.com. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos.